Did you know that an octopus has most of its brains in its arms, not its head? 2/3 of its neurons operate independently inside its 8 limbs. Even if an arm is cut off, it keeps moving, sensing, and staying conscious on its own. This is the ultimate design of survival. An octopus has most of its brains in its arms, not its head. 2/3 of its neurons operate independently inside its 8 limbs. Even if an arm is cut off, it keeps moving, sensing, and thinking on its own. This detached arm can stay alive and conscious for over an hour. These unique creatures have lived on Earth for more than 500 million years. That means they arrived 300 million years before the first dinosaurs. They are much older than any animal on dry land. Yet, over this vast amount of time, their body design has barely changed. This is not a failure to evolve. They were just created perfect from the start. Let us look at their most terrifying power: instant transformation. In just 1/5 of a second, an octopus can change its skin from smooth to rough. It alters its color and dimensional shape all at once. Scientists have watched an octopus change its camouflage 177 times in a single hour. Their fastest reaction takes only 200 milliseconds, which is quicker than a human blink. But here is a shocking truth: octopuses are completely colorblind and cannot see colors at all. Yet, they can match any background perfectly. In 2015, researchers found that their skin contains special light-sensing proteins. This means their entire body acts like a giant distributed eye. The moment light hits their skin, signals travel instantly to complete the disguise. This looks less like biology and more like precise engineering. In the Indian Ocean, the mimic octopus takes this intelligence to a strategic level. When threatened by a predator, it flattens its body to impersonate a venomous flatfish. It plays smart mind games to survive. It can also twist its arms to perfectly copy a deadly sea snake. Or it can spread its limbs to look like a spiked lionfish. This is a deliberate survival strategy, not just a random reflex. A soft creature with no bones or teeth successfully tricks its enemies by using their psychological fears. This is stranger than science fiction, and their nervous system has mystified scientists for decades. An octopus has about 500 million neurons, which is similar to a dog. However, while dogs pack all their processing power in the brain, the octopus distributes it across its entire body. With only 1/3 of the neurons in its head, each arm possesses its own mini-brain. This means, while the central mind is thinking, the arms can make totally independent decisions without any command. The main head acts as a strategic headquarters, while the limbs act like independent special forces. Even when cut off, an arm still responds to touch and actively explores the water for food. Without a heart or any central connection, that single limb remains conscious for an hour. Furthermore, the octopus's central brain grows in a very dangerous place, right next to its esophagus. Its brain is shaped like a donut, wrapping directly around its throat. If it gets greedy and swallows a meal that is too large, it can cause itself fatal brain damage. This anatomy is completely unique. They also possess 3 hearts and circulate copper-based blue blood. Copper proteins are much better than iron at carrying oxygen in freezing, low oxygen depths, allowing them to survive in the deep void. One heart pumps blood to the body, while the other to drive it through the gills. But nature hid an ironic flaw here. When the octopus swims fast by spraying water, its main heart stops beating. Because its heart pauses during fast swimming, the octopus prefers to walk or crawl along the seabed. This is the ultimate black humor of nature. Yet, these creatures love to have fun. In lab tanks, scientists watched an octopus spray water at a floating empty bottle 21 times just for entertainment. This behavior has nothing to do with food or basic survival. It is pure play. The coconut octopus shows even greater skill. It collects discarded coconut shells from meters away and carries them to build a mobile defensive fortress. This tool use is incredibly rare in nature. Such complex behavior is usually only seen in humans, primates, or a few crows. Sadly, this evolutionary masterpiece is granted a lifespan of only 1 to 3 years. They live a very brief life. Their massive intelligence burns shortly in the dark sea and leaves everything behind for the next generation to start from scratch. We look into space for aliens, but the real mystery is right here. Millions of years ago, the ultimate king of the ocean was not killed by a larger monster. It was destroyed by simple trees growing on land. This irony changed the entire history of life on Earth. If you feel an instinctive fear when looking at deep water, it is not a mental problem. It is an ancient genetic warning passed down from your prehistoric ancestors to keep you safe. Humanity stands on dry land today because our early ancestors were forced out of the sea by giant prehistoric fish. These sea monsters pushed our ancestors to the absolute edge of survival. The choice was simple: go ashore or die in the water. Our ancestors chose the land, slowly evolving lungs, strong limbs, and modern bodies. Without that ancient pursuit, humans would not exist. The monster that chased your ancestors out of the water was called Docu. In 1867, a farmer in Ohio found a sharp, strange stone inside a cliff, completely unaware of what it was. The fossil sat ignored in a museum for nearly a century. In 1956, an archaeologist remeasured the remains and realized it belonged to a massive, unknown predatory fish from the ancient seas. Because the rear half of Docu was made of soft muscle, only its heavily armored skull became a fossil. Therefore, early size estimates used half-fish data to recreate a complete monster. Before 2023, scientists believed this predator was 8 meters long, like a large truck. However, modern research proved it was actually around 4 meters long, the size of a family car. Do you think that makes it less dangerous? Wrong. This compact monster weighed over 1 ton, packing the immense mass of a great white shark into a short, heavily armored body. It was a swimming bomb, a living tank. Its mouth was twice the width of a modern shark's jaw, but it had no teeth. Instead, its jawbones evolved into sharp, self-sharpening plates. These bone plates operated like industrial metal shears. Every time it closed its mouth, the bones ground together to stay razor sharp. Its crushing bite force equaled the weight of a small car. More terrifyingly, it could snap its jaws shut in just 20 milliseconds. In the time it takes you to blink once, this monster could bite its prey 3 times. Escape was mathematically impossible. This extreme speed created a sudden vacuum in the water, violently drawing nearby prey directly into its mouth like a vacuum cleaner. If you stepped within 5 meters of its mouth, the game was over.
Its head was covered in thick dermal bone armor, making it invulnerable to attacks. Yet, its soft rear body gave it incredible agility and explosive speed to kill targets with a single strike. It was the ultimate killer of the ancient oceans. Yet this unstoppable ruler disappeared completely 359 million years ago. How did a creature so heavily defended perish? The answer lies with plants. During that era, plant life suddenly exploded across the dry land, creating massive forests. These trees absorbed vast amounts of carbon dioxide, and their roots broke down ancient rocks. This washed massive amounts of minerals into the oceans, causing a global explosion of toxic algae. As this massive amount of algae rotted, it stripped the seawater of all its oxygen. For a 1-ton predator with large muscles and a high metabolism, this oxygen crisis was an inescapable trap. The ocean became a suffocating room, and the monster began to drown. At the same time, because the trees absorbed too much carbon dioxide, the Earth lost its thermal layer. Water temperatures dropped fast, and the sea turned freezing cold. Docu was a cold-blooded animal. As the water turned freezing cold, its metabolism crashed, and it lost the energy to hunt. Suffocating and starving, the king sank to the bottom. The mass extinction wiped out about 75% of all marine life. The giant predators were the first to die. Dunkleosteus never lost a battle to a rival. He lost to his own heavy armor. The protective plates that kept him safe for millions of years became the exact dead weight that trapped him when the world changed. He was too heavy and rigid to adapt to a new environment. The protective plates that kept him safe for millions of years became the exact dead weight that trapped him when the world changed. He was too heavy and rigid to adapt to a new environment. True evolutionary strength is not about carrying the heaviest bar or armor. It is about staying light, being flexible, and knowing exactly when it is time to let things go. As you walk through life today with your own heavy